peace must be our goal and our guide. And all that we strive for as a human family, dignity and hope, progress and prosperity, depends on peace. But peace depends on us.
Good morning, Africa. Good morning, wherever you are. Thank you very much for watching Popular Africa Television. This is Dr. David Matsanga's Breakfast with him, all the way from Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya. It is the Heroes' Day here in Nairobi. Therefore, it's a public holiday where we recognize the people who fought for independence, for the struggle for freedom, the Pan-Africanism. Everything is a mixture here today. Across the bridge in Africa, several countries are on test run. Those who play cricket will know what a test run is. And it is very impossible for you to say, you better call me the man, the Elisha, the guy closer to Elijah and Elisha. I told you most of these countries are going to fall to pieces. My country alone itself, oh my God, can this be an election? An election where the ruling party people themselves fight with guns and there's no candidate. Have you ever heard that? No candidate in some constituencies. Kutesa's daughter, if she can fight like it is, she's a woman, then she must be deadly. So across the bridge in Ivory Coast, that war is coming back. If people were thinking that Matsanga was stupid, now, and the punchline told you the truth on here, that there is no scientific election that goes on well. I am telling you today, it won't be there. Mumesikia, uko Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, it's burning. It's burning. It's burning. And I told you, there are people here who don't listen. And I want them to listen one day. You see, if you don't listen to an expert who has read a subject, then you better dig your grave faster.
Where is Maina to hear that?
Eh?
Where is Ambassador Maina to hear that?
He better. No, Ambassador Maina cannot manage me. I just spare him because he's a guest on my TV. Otherwise, I can even just use the air to throw him out. So, he can't manage me. You know, I know the weaknesses of what his brother has done. So, I only give him credit. He's my friend, long-time friend here in Nairobi. So thank you very much. Things are not good in Ivory Coast. Across in the bridge in Tanzania South, the campaign goes on. I think the elections will be on when? Today?
28th.
28th, yes. In 8 days from now, Tanzania will have Magufuli as the president, and the other opposition parties will be running in Lake Victoria. On 30th of this month, Ivory Coast will be burning. In this week and the coming week, Nigeria, there could be a military coup. I hope you are recording, students, wherever you are. There could be. The army the police. The army is not even stopping anybody. Yesterday you saw the airport taken over by the youths. You saw hundreds and hundreds and millions of people around Nigeria. In every city of Nigeria, there was a skirmish. Skirmishes were all over. That is the Africa we are going to look at, Miriam. But first, bring us to where we said we predicted. You remember, my dear sister, I predicted, and I told you, let's not bring our children to school. The figures of COVID-19 from Kenya, hallelujah, 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 they are not very impressive. Dr. David Matsanga said it. Professor Onyari said it. Miriam, you said it. Sasa tuambiane, wacha tuambiane ukweli. Tuambiane ukweli. Are these students, are these schools not to close in November? They will close very early. What type of excess baggage have you put on our leaders, our parents? The excess baggage. Ile mzigo ya kulipa pesa in COVID-19. People don't have the money. And you are telling them that's the way things should be. Across the bridge in Kisii, where my brother here, we never knew there was Nyamira, there is what. These things have just come, man.
It's good.
For us, I don't know what Nyamira is.
It's goosey.
I'm sorry. I used to live in Anyona's house in 1985. Anyona's house in the boys' quarters of Anyona, 1985. Before I got moved up in the Southlands. Because he had suffered quite a lot himself. At times he could not bang the door and smash it to get to get the rent. They could come and say, I know the problem you are having, but try to bring that 250 shillings. It was 250! 250 Kenyan shillings. That was my rent in the Southlands, in Mr. Anyona's house.
George Moset Anyona.
Yes, that's the guy. He said, you know what he told me? He said, we shall fight this Museveni and get him out. So you sleep. I did not have a bed. I was sleeping on a floor like a Nigerian. Nigerians like Obasanjo like a floor. I did not have a bed, honestly. I left my mattress when I was going to London. When the Moi bundled us in a plane, I left my mattress. It is like giving the mattress to someone. A wheel. That was the only thing I had in Kenya. I gave it to another cousin of mine, who also, when he was coming, when I had reached London, I told him, can you put that mattress on the flight? I've kept it in my house in London. At times in my study room, naenda chini, naomba Mungu, nashika Bible. It's Mashujaa Day today. Mashujaa Day in Kenya, Heroes Day. Miriam, bring us up to date with these figures. 685 more. President Uhuru Kenyatta, as soon as you finish Gusi, Mzee Aterere, wacha tuangaliane macho kwa macho. Hii kitu weka tena. Weka, toa hii mambo ya weka hii kitu. Toa mambo hii ya kucheza disco paka wanacheza, wanafunga tena. Siku hizi sasa wanaangalia na macho, wanatoa muziki lakini wanaangalia na macho, na kula na macho, kula na macho, kula na macho, kula na macho mpaka siku
Jerusalem.
Mr. President, people are dancing in Jerusalem mpaka asubuhi. Those MPs seated in Gusii are the ones even the biggest dancers, especially the ladies. They are dancing Jerusalem. Mr. President, don't try to dance that song. Why? Chris Honey will be very annoyed with you. Because you look like a Chris Honey. You speak like a Chris Honey. You are modest like a Chris Honey. You are very, very good president. Had you been a very bad president, this deputy would be humiliated in front of a stadium like a Gusii and be told to get out of the stage. But because you grew in a place where there was a toilet, very nice toilet, well organized, you are the best president for Kenya. If it was Ruto in that state house, he would beat us every day. In fact, they would begin with this hippo. They say, I am hippo, hippo, hippo. They would begin with me. Yeah, they have promised me a beating. But remember, when you come my side, spare some tears. Wewe mjamaa Terere, spare some tears for your own chest. Because itakuwa mingi bwana. Wewe mambo ya kutembea tembea unatisha uhuru. Tisha uhuru hapana mimi. Tuko na kazi na wewe. Terere, mimi mtu ya raia, hata kama naenda unatupa mimi, itaenda kwa barabara. Itarudi nanda ni kuheshi makaratasi na barabara. Mimi sina madaraka hapa na wewe. Mimi nikuja what is that word? Kukomboa. Ulikuwa kwa shida ya ICC wewe wacha Terere. Mimi nilienda huko. Nilikuwa wapi? Sasa tuambiane ukweli. Wewe una threaten President Uhuru Kenyatta, he can't do his work. Oh, that BBI is it. Wale wacha tuanze campaign. Sasa tunaleta real full force ya campaign. Hata magari nini zote tutaleta wewe na sisi. Kama tuna vote yes, una vote no. Out. Have you seen our political strategies?
Doctor, who is that has promised you a beating?
Hey, they have promised me a very big beating. Miriam, you didn't know. They have said
if PPI is out and he goes on the no side, he gets out of government.
That's all. The moment he says, I oppose, we are finished. Therefore, we go back to the parliament, we put the impeachment motion, he leaves the parliament, he goes to a campaign direct. Ndio tutengeleze mambo. Hapo tuanzia siasa. Siasa iko namna gani? Siasa iko namna hivi Miriam. Siasa, usicheze na siasa.
Ni hasara.
If you have studied plants, just treat plants and eat them. Eat. Vegetables. The guy likes land and plants. What? He studied his degree in plants and ecology, botany, botanic gardens. Does Kenya have botanic gardens?
Yeah.
Where?
Arboretum.
Oh, thank you very much. For us, we have Entebbe Botanic Gardens near Lake Victoria. That's how Ugandans speak the English. Near the Lake Victoria. Enyanja Yafe, Victoria. Another guy from Mozambique my friend was complaining that this is translate it in English. It means near Lake Victoria. Entebbe Botanic and Zoology, the study of animals. Zoology. Ugandans call it Zoology. Zoology. I think the good English speaker like Miriam calls it. What do you call it, Miriam? Zoology, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? Say it.
You're right.
Say it, darling. Say it. My daughter. Say it today. On a Heroes Day, I'll call you my daughter. You are the firstborn. My name, that name is the firstborn in my family.
The way
Miriam,
you said it was okay.
Miriam, my daughter. Miriam, my daughter. Thank you very much. Good morning, Africa. Bring the figures as I take my tea. Breakfast with Dr. David Matsanga, right from Nairobi. Later on, we have an African lecture, a diplomatic leaks. We shall be looking on Saturday, Zimbabwe, the whole Africa, including Kenya. They are going to say is a day for sanctions to be removed. All of them, the flags, people will stand for 2 minutes, wherever they are in Africa, in SADC, and they will stand because they want sanctions to be removed from Zimbabwe. Therefore, we shall walk around there for a few minutes. Meanwhile, we shall be walking between Kisii, Gusii, hapana Nyamira. Mimi sijui Nyamira. Gusii Stadium. We talked to Gusii people where Matoke was exported from Uganda and delivered there. They have forgotten they came from my clan. You are part of the Bagisu. Did you know that?
They carried their bananas.
Yes, they carried their bananas. But then what they forgot, Miriam, they went back to build shops. They went back to build shops. All our shops in our district of Mbale are owned by Bakisi. Bakisi. They are good businessmen. Good businessmen. Deep in the villages there, near my house, there is a Kisii man where I used to buy those days in the 60s, 60, 70. No, 60s, yes. Mom used to send me to a Kisii man. I don't know whether his children are still alive. They were my workmates. They were my playmates. This is historical. Mashujaa there, Heroes Day. You see the way I bring these things? Here I'm wearing my t-shirt, red t-shirt, not to symbolize Bob Wine. Museveni, don't get worried, because when you see me in this mood, you go to the toilet several times. But let me tell you frankly, I'm wearing this because this color is for Uganda People's Congress. And I warned the people. Now, Miriam, you are my witness. What did I say on this TV? The color of Uganda People's Congress is red shirt and red everything, cap. Mr. Bob Wine and his supporters don't like UPC people. We were slaughtered. We were hanged in Luero. We are put on tires because we are black. Now you came to pick our shirt. Have you seen how our color is haunting you? Bob Wine.
Return their color.
Listen to your father. Listen to your father. The father of a struggle in Uganda is me. The remaining father. Obote is gone. Obote is gone. Mwanga is gone. Tito Okero is gone. Oito Joke is gone. Look at the people you fought. Ogore is gone. Simifo Opono Jack is gone. But there is one commander left. Look at his eyes. Look at him now. Bob, look at me. Bob White. This is your boss, commander. Get off. I like the people of Ivory Coast. Do you know what they have done? Do you know what they have done?
Yes.
The opposition.
They said,
down.
they said, what elections? No way, we are not coming. They have told the people not to even go ahead and do their own business. That's another way of finishing a regime. Why do you collect signatures where you are not going to have a signature notified? It will be not known. It's useless. You can't have an election when in a scientific election when there is no scientific equipment.
You have said it before.
No test tube, no test tube to test the water, to turn to litmus to yellow, yellow to blue, blue to A, X to purple, medium to black, black to purple, green, chocolate. Hakuna.
No, don't go to the laboratory. If that is what you're going to do there, you're going to cause some accident. Litmus to purple.
Litmus paper turns, blue litmus paper turns into yellow or pink. Ndio, ulifanya hiyo. What is a litmus paper?
You said pink.
Pink litmus turns into another one. If you put on sulfuric acid, it can burn. So Uganda elections, I am very, very worried. I wish, and I want to say it here, I wish the MPs passed a motion to safeguard President Museveni's tenure of office. Tenure, T-A-N-U-R-E. T-U, sorry. Other people will say Tunure. Isn't it Miriam? Tunure of office. Which is not very bad. If you want to learn English, you can break this English. How do you spell tenure? It's T-U-R-T-U-N-U-R-E. Tenure. But the people in Uganda will say Tunure of office. As much as the Kenyans say Siagi. So thank you very much, Miriam. Across the bridge in Gusii Stadium, the crowd is, I can see from my remote system here. I wish our studio could also put Kafimoro thing there, technology yetu tuko nayo. Kwa kitikati hapa tuone. Ilete, tuko na technology, man. If this fails, we go to the mobile unit. We are well equipped. Good morning, Miriam. Tell us about the figures now. There you are, as I take my tea. Then we come back to say who is a hero.
All right. Thank you so much.
Is Ruto a hero?
We shall see that. And I hope he attends today's function. It's a national function, so hopefully our Deputy President will be present there. But as we stand in regards to COVID-19 statistics in the country, Kenya has a total of 45,076 confirmed cases. The death toll is 839. Recovery is 32,084. Uganda, the figures are 10,691 cases. The death toll is 97. Recovery is at 6,992. And South Africa, 705,254 cases. The death toll in South Africa is 18,492 cases, and recovery stands at 635,257. And then we look at the figures across Africa in total. The cases that have been reported so far in the continent stands at 1,610,207. And out of that, 39,122 have died, and recovery rate now stands at 1,324,335. And the global figures right now are over 4.6 million cases, and the death toll is over 1.1 million cases, and recovery is over 30.5 million cases so far. So that is where we stand. And in regards with COVID-19 here in the country, on the front pages of the Daily Nation, somewhere down there says, plans for full reopening of schools now in limbo. And he continues to say a spike in coronavirus infections has cast doubt on the anticipated full reopening of schools on Monday, with representatives of teachers and parents now urging caution. Grade 4, Standard 8 and Form 4 students have been in school since October 12th. And the rest of the learners were expected to be recalled after 2 weeks, subject to the consistent reduction in the number of infections reported nationwide. But instead, we've not seen a reduction, but we've seen a spike of the numbers there, Professor. That means that the rest of the learners were supposed to be joining school in phases there. That might not really happen now. Professor.
Yeah, Miriam, we had said 20 minus 20 is 0. The year 2020 is a gone case. It's a year we were to prepare for us taking off in the future. And what we were saying is not open now, open next year. Are we prepared? Because now if we open, we have so large numbers of people who have it. So that speed of effect of spreading it will be very high. You see now we said you don't open the restaurants and the pubs. See what has happened, Miriam. So from where I stand, let our children be at home and until next year. Even if you saw the other day, Standard 4, Standard 8, Form 4, we were not fully prepared, Miriam. You saw how parents were crying. You saw schools were not even prepared for it. So Miriam, let us have this November and December to see how this thing behaves, so that in January, perhaps we should have been prepared for it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Let us go to try on our children. You know, elderly people, it is your choice to go to a bar or not to go. But children who go to school innocently to study, if you go to a restaurant, you give it to a child, it takes to an innocent child. Miriam, when it comes to caring, then we have not been the people who have cared for the young children.
All right, very well, Karanja. Thank you so much. Good morning.
Karanja?
Morning.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Karanja, good morning.
Yeah,
So we see the figures there have gone up. And of course, the rest of the learners in the country were supposed to be resuming school perhaps in the next 1 or 2 weeks there. But as it is right now, the cases have gone up. So the chances of the rest of the students going back to school, I don't think it's really viable right now. As a Kenyan, what will be your advice to the Ministry of Health?
Yeah, and I would like even to say this. The hurry even to open for class 4 and grade 4, class 8 and form 4. It was something that was done in hurry because you see, even the parents themselves were not prepared. The government was not prepared. Even some school today, they are still struggling to get sanitizers and soaps. Therefore, it is unrealistic to open schools going forward, because I don't think when we open and we have those numbers of school, I saw a school that has a total number of 700 students as Form 4s. Now, when you tell them to join the rest of the classes, then that school, even the classes will not be there. Even to maintain the social distancing of 1.5 meters from other person will not be realized. Therefore, I think the government should wait a bit so that when we reopen the school, we'll be sure that we have all the facilities in place, and maybe we'll be able to open it when the numbers are not increasing. As for now, the numbers are still on a higher rise, and we see this. And if we continue doing this, these cases might go to schools, and when they go to school, then it will be a case that will be uncontrollable, because these kids, the rate at which they can spread, it's high compared to adults. Yeah, I think the school should remain closed for now until we are sure and we get the reports from the WHO and the Ministry of Health.
All right, very well. And of course, a lot of Kenyans, as much as they're concerned about the students going to school and our children going back to school because of the conditions and the security that comes, from COVID-19 in regards to their health there. But also there are others who are arguing if we've let all these political functions, because there seems to be a very fertile ground for the spread of COVID-19, the heightened political activities we've been seeing in the past couple of weeks now. So others are saying, if you're allowing that to happen, and the churches are also reopening, so let's just our children go back to school, because if you're going to stop our children from going to school, but the rallies are continuing, people are still going to churches, and now people are attending the burials full blast, nobody is adhering to this measurement. So what is the point of our children not going to school? And Professor, you will respond.
I am here, Miriam.
Oh yes, go ahead.
Professor has already taken his slot.
Okay.
I am back here in the full colors of Mashujaa Day, which you should be wearing yourselves. But it is okay. I am here now. Look, Miriam. When Emperor Julius was getting out of his cottage and his house, palace, there was a beggar. The beggar was seated, and the beggar wanted to talk to the people, to the emperor. Let me adjust my chair properly. The beggar wanted to tell the emperor, there's something very wrong, sir. The comets have been here for a long time, standing here watching for 7 weeks. Emperor Julius Caesar, the soldiers that were manning the horses of Emperor Julius Caesar refused the beggar. You can read that story in Shakespeare. Julius Caesar, I came, I saw, I conquered. A good orator, a good man who delivered blows, salvos, oratory. We have seen the signs. We have seen the signs. And those signs are very clear. That don't open the schools on Monday. And they have told us on Tuesday, next week is Monday. Mr. President will take a decision. I pray that he does not accept this. Let the children stay at home. For me, my position from the word go, I have not been very, very interested in hearing this word COVID-19. I wanted to take it up. I wanted to hammer people. I was restrained by my fellow Africans. Did you notice the minister yesterday saying, Miriam, the minister said, when people start falling down, dying on the streets, you will be held responsible. Did you hear what Kagwe said yesterday? Did you hear about the politicians? I heard it with my ears. The minister was on TV yesterday that you are praying. What have I been telling you here, people? Someone will end up in an international tribunal. You go on calling your political rallies and telling people, even people, you are happy addressing people who have no masks. Let the president take a step and curtail under the Public Act, Public Order Act, under the Public Order Unit, and it can be done by the parliament, quickly suspend activities of politics for some time until we bring the curve down. This curve might not be brought down because people are behaving in a very bad manner, in a very, very bad way. With bad manners, they are dancing in Jerusalem. They have taken Jerusalem to their offices. Some of them close their offices and dance in Jerusalem. If the president is not hearing this, people, civil servants are dancing in Jerusalem. If MPs can take Jerusalem to the House of Parliament and the Senate, and they start dancing in Jerusalem, then where are we? Are we heading in? Are we all right? Surely. And the leaders of opposition, of majority and the minority join in the dance. It means we have lacunules who are filling the parliament. Children should be left home. We've lost this year. It is gone. Let's not hurry to bring them back to get more chaos for nothing. Please, please, please. And that's my...
All right. All right. So let's just jump into it. And of course, if you're watching us from outside the
Miriam
country...
had this to say because you had prepared me to say something.
Okay.
For avoidance of doubt to our viewers from Kenya, Africa, and the rest of the world, coronavirus is real. Coronavirus kills. You can see how the governments in Europe and the rest of the world, how serious they have become. Miriam, they want to go on total lockdown. And they are going to make sure that you don't move from around 5 kilometers. Let our people not take this coronavirus as a joke. You can see today we are having Mashujaa Day in Kisii. All the protocols given by the Minister of Health, Miriam, they have been adhered to. That stadium has got a capacity of carrying up to 20,000 people, but only 4,000 people are going to attend. But what have you seen from the political leaders when they have got their rallies? Yes, okay, fine, have your rallies, but for heaven's sake, tell those people you are addressing to wear masks. Let us not take it as a joke. Otherwise, Miriam, we are headed into a serious times because the second wave is not like the first wave, because the first wave, the cases are few. But on the second wave, the cases are many. And this one may make us face a very terrible pandemic. Miriam, that's my submission on that.
All right, very well, thank you so much. And in case you're wondering what stadium you're talking about, that is because today is a national holiday here in Kenya known as Mashujaa Day, and we mark it every 20th of October every year. And Mashujaa Day, also known as Heroes Day, is a national holiday here in Kenya, as I said there, which is observed today as a public holiday to collectively honor all those who contributed towards the struggle of Kenya's independence and positively contributed in the post-independence Kenya. It was previously known as Kenyatta Day, which was celebrated to commemorate the detention of Kapenguria freedom fighters, the Kapenguria Six, that's Chingoneko, Bildad Kagia, Fred Kubai, our first president Jomo Kenyatta, Kungo Karumba, and Paul Gay, often referred to as the Kapenguria Six. However, following the promulgation of the Constitution of Kenya in August 2010, Kenyatta Day was renamed. So today we are here celebrating Heroes Day, and so we according to the new tradition of this day, President Uhuru Kenyatta leads the country in celebration and also celebrating the people who are heroes in our midst today and also in the past, and the people who are contribution go a long way in changing lives and touching lives. So the big question today is, who is a hero?
Thank you very much, Miriam, for that analysis. Who is a hero? A hero by English dictionary, which you can find from there, because I don't have my phone which does all this magic. But a hero is somebody who does something heroic, something extraordinary, who endures, who stands, who goes through hell, everything. Imprisoned, tortured, beaten, cut limbs, loses parents, loses wife, loses everything, loses income. Those are heroes. They struggle for a purpose. And the purpose was the struggle to get independence for our people. The people of Kenya today have that independence. And that is a very good thing for them. The people of Kenya today are settled as an independent state, sovereign state, among the Committee of Nations. That is, you can't reverse it, is a hero. The heroes who died for this nation, the fathers, the founding fathers, whose blood, whose flesh is in the same soil that we are able to construct a television station. Those are the heroes. That we are able to have a speech, a small voice, and speak without people coming to bomb your house. Those are heroes. They died for us. They died for salvation. They died for this nation. They want a better united nation. I believe President Uhuru Kenyatta's message today on the Heroes Day is to have a united, formidable, one nation, one people, one country. A one people, a one nation, a one country. A country that moves without divisions. A country that allows freedom to be exercised. President Uhuru Kenyatta has provided room for this country to provide, to exercise freedom. But you know, too much of freedom killed Rome. That's why they said too much of democracy killed Rome. And the democracy in Rome had to be curtailed. If you don't curtail that type of democracy that is flowing, could also become disastrous to the same nation that you want to build. It is upon you people of Kenya to emulate the examples of the Roman democracy. How much was it? How far did it go? Was it disruptive? Did it put up the economy? Did it change the lives of the people? President Uhuru Kenyatta has done formidable inroads in infrastructure, delivered infrastructure, talked about roads, talked about construction, talked about electricity. He has kept his promise. A nation has power everywhere. The eras and the era of blackouts of power do not exist anymore. Because people are no longer looking for power. A village has got a power point. At least, even where Al-Shabaab is, they are also stealing our power. Don't forget, Somalia is using part of our power to exercise itself. Because our power extends up to Mandera, extends up to Garissa. There is power everywhere. The days of darkness are over. That is an achievement. The roads are being constructed, penetrating the interior for the delivery of the much produce that used to lie in the west. We need more mangoes to come to the train main line to be produced. If you can't have a factory in Kenya, if the SGR can run up to Kampala, your mangoes will be in Kampala within the next 6 hours. And they will go in the factory in Kampala to be manufactured, and you bring back the juice to sell to the people in Kenya. What is wrong with that? It is opened up the hinterland. I'm teaching this morning. I'm teaching civic education, civics. Those days we used to have a subject called civics. Mm-hmm. The teacher says, who is the Minister of Education? If you ask some of the students here, if the university students, who is the Minister of Education, they will tell you it's Keimei, who is already left as an ambassador. I said, oh my God, I don't know why people call it university anymore. Oh my God. Ask them who is the Minister of Interior. They will tell you Kaiseri. Some of them don't know because they don't care. When they see Onyali on TV, they start insulting Onyali, this Kisi man, this Ugandan man, this hippo, this. They don't want to listen. Some people don't know who is the Minister of Regional Cooperation. Do you know the Minister of Regional Cooperation in Kenya? By head. Some people don't know. Ask, no, randomly. Who is the Minister of Regional Cooperation in Kenya? People don't know. Is Aden
Mohammed?
No, Aden Mohammed Aden. That is man from Moyale. A man who doesn't, whether he even doesn't know what he does, I don't know, but he's a Minister of East African Regional Cooperation and so on.
He doesn't even know whether he's a cabinet secretary.
Eh?
He doesn't understand himself.
You see?
Professor, what do you mean?
So, we must know who is the hero, what Mashujaa Day is. What is a hero? A man who laid down left all his comfort and said, you must imprison me, you take me, but I'm not going to change my mind. Those are the heroes we want, not the heroes who promise us wheelbarrows, not the heroes who have stolen from the dynasty. After stealing too much and eating, then they came and said, we did not even steal. Robin Robin Hood never told the people that he has been stealing from the church or the lords, the nobles. Robin Hood just said, let's change Britain. But he never told us. If people had known that Robin Cook was killing people, the nobles there to steal the money to bring, people would have revolted on him. I rest my case.
All right, very well. Thank you so much. Karanja from Nanyuki, I don't know if you're still there. Good morning. If you can hear me, yes, thank you so much.
Good morning, Miriam.
All right, so today it's a very important day in Kenya, Mashujaa Day, or what in English known as Heroes Day, and of course it replaced the Kenyatta Day, where we used to celebrate the people who led this country, the struggle for independence of Kenya. And today, that day is used to honor even just the modern day heroes who are doing things to change our society or to impact, or their contribution goes a long way in impacting lives of Kenyans in this country. In your own opinion, who would you celebrate this year as the modern day hero?
Okay, thank you very much. And first of all, I want to thank the mind behind the new constitution, because when we used to celebrate the Kenyatta Day, it was somehow celebrating one person. That we understand that this country, a number of people came out.
Karanja, bring the phone near your mouth.
Okay, thank you very much.
Better.
And I want to say this. Yeah.
Yes, it's better now.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to say, the Kenyatta Day was a kind of celebrating the first president of the Republic of Kenya. But when we got Mashujaa Day, then the margin or the numbers of people increased, because now we celebrate all the way from the heroes of those days to modern day heroes, the people who work to make sure that this country goes forward. And we know our heroes, all of them, the people who fought for independence, the people who fought for the second liberation, the people who fought for, and we ensured that we have a multi-party democracy, all of them are heroes, and we celebrate them today. And today I take, you asked whether who I'm celebrating today. Today I take to celebrate all patriotic Kenyans who preach unity, who preach prosperity, and who preach an inclusivity Kenya. People who preach unison, people who want this country to be united. Today, those are the people I celebrate, because a united Kenya is better for all of us. And that was the spirit of our Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. That was the spirit of Paul Ngei. That was the spirit of Dedan Kimathi and the likes of Tom Mboya, because they wanted to see a country that is united, a country that all Kenyans will be proud to be Kenyans. And something else, and they came up with a very clear roadmap of where they wanted to take this country. It is because of this corruption and so on that we are not there, but I think if we continue cultivating a culture of patriotism, we'll go there and we will achieve definitely the dreams that our forefathers had and the dreams that we have going forward. And today I say the United Nation, a united country, and I want to celebrate even the handshake between the President Uhuru Kenyatta and the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, because they have showed statesmanship. And this is where we were, the Jaramogi of...
Mm-hmm. All right, we seem to have had a problem there. Go ahead.
And I want to celebrate the likes of, I was giving a comparison between Jaramogi and Kenyatta, and what happened in the handshake. And Jaramogi said that he will not take presidency unless Jomo Kenyatta is released from prison. And that is the kind of unity that we want, a unity where all Kenyans care for everyone. And in that, I celebrate the handshake of President Uhuru Kenyatta and the former Prime Minister, because now people are starting to change the conversation. The tribes that were in divisions today, they are starting to come together, because that is the kind that we want to go forward. And a country that is united is a prosperous nation, Miriam. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thank you very much, Miriam. Let's cross over right now. Let the studio take us to Kisii for a few minutes as we see the parade gets ready inside the stadium. I can see the former Prime Minister has just arrived. I can see, don't worry, I have created another satellite here, so I will bring up to date to our viewers who are not watching right now. The parade, which I am very well organized to know I can use it very efficiently, is coming inside the stadium now, getting ready. It means the president is about to arrive, and the deputy president is going to attend with the wife, because they have already been, they are already on their way to the stadium. Therefore, all those people who have been wondering where Madame was, you better wait and see. As far as my link is concerned, from where I am now, they will be arriving there. The situation on the ground in Kisii, the weather is very cloudy, it's windy, it's cold, and you know Kisii is both a valley and a mountainous. Am I wrong?
Right.
It's valley, it's like a Uganda, it's like my district. That's why I and Mr. DC man, we look alike. The only thing he beats me is the height. Very tall man, huge. And he beats me by 2 inches or 3. I am 6 point something. So the weather down in Kisii is cold and windy. I can see the Kenya Marines, the men on the sea coming in. I can see the Kenya Air Force. I can see the Kenyan Army. All of them, the Kenya Air Force is coming in. There it is. I can see even the army in red. Yes, they are coming. So I can see everything. Thank you very much. On the screen, as you can see, thank you very much, production team back. You can see that is very good for me. I think we keep on, should we keep on talking about it, Miriam?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. As we go along,
something inspiring all those who could be doing something in their small phone of the world.
but you put your, someone put the radio down, or the.
And Doctor, as we go on looking at those images there, we know traditionally such a celebration was being held in Nairobi, but we've seen President Uhuru Kenyatta making an effort and ensuring that such very important national celebrations are being carried out in the rest of the counties. Traditionally used to be only in Nairobi. Professor, what is the significance of this, even as you share with us who you choose to celebrate today as your modern day hero?
Thank you, Miriam, for that good question. One of the things that I've never told you that I'm such a professor, and I've specialized on legends and legacy. And let me just have this to say, and I've got no apologies because I speak from that as an authority. President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is a great reader. Let us not wait when he checks out, is when we just say how great he was. He's a great reader. In 2010, Kenya decided that we are going devolution. We have got 47 government and 1 national government. And nobody asked him. He felt that we should be rotating this thing. Miriam, that thing is big. He did not need parliament. He did not need the judiciary. But out of his own wisdom, he said, let us be rotating these things. Miriam, I can tell you for the last 3 days or so, the business and the economy in Gusii land, You could not get an hotel. They went as far as Migori, even up to Kisumu. So Miriam is good because if we have to share the national cake of the people of Kenya, this is the way to go. We have seen it in the Kakamega, Machakos, Mombasa. Miriam, this is the way to go, and that's why I see President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta as a hero. Let me just proceed to say who is a hero, Miriam. You always say, every voice matters. Every Kenya matters. 47 million Kenyans, 47 million heroes. You will only do that, Miriam, if you love humanity. If you don't steal from us, so that you go to start creating divisions among the rich and the poor, giving people wheelbarrows, Miriam, you will be able to be a hero if you are a very patriotic and very nationalistic. Dr. Matsanga has said, those men who gave themselves for the independence we are enjoying, Miriam, today, people lost their lives. They went to the forest, they went to the bush, and they said, we want our land back, we want our freedom, we will die, but our children should not undergo what we are undergoing through. Miriam, those are the kind of nationalism, the kind of patriotic, the kind of love you have for your country. Miriam, we will only be a hero if you become very truthful and honest. You will only be an hero if you respect authority. Let us take the case for the Deputy President, Miriam. Who can take him as a hero if you despise your boss? If you want to destroy his legacy I'm talking about. If you want to go and give young people the wheelbarrows and Mogoten. Heroes are not meant like that, Miriam. Miriam, you will only be a hero if you become a mentor to the young people. Miriam, sometime in life we will check out. I have no doubt. What will you be remembered of? Will you be remembered as a person who has struggled? Dr. Matsanga, I said a while ago, is the only hero remaining because he believed in the struggle. Miriam, people who believe in the struggle to fight poverty, the struggle to be serious citizen, serious people. That's how, Miriam, you become an hero. Even our farmers, Miriam, who talks about that our farmers are not heroes, they are heroes because they produce food to feed this nation. You can see our health workers, and I like the one who came up with the 2010 Constitution. They said now we cannot be having a day for everybody. Miriam, you do something, we have your day. So and so have something. They came with Mashujaa's day. Miriam, see even our athletics. When they carry the flag for Kenya, how do you feel when they carry the flag of Kenya? Those are the kind of heroes. But above all, I'm saying, Miriam, let us love our country. And I will not conclude by not admitting that the Prime Minister, Raila Amolo Odinga, and the President, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, through the handshake, Miriam, those are serious heroes. The world do not understand. How can people fight, say hi, no eye to eye, but they come and shake hands for the sake of our country? Miriam, I will see heroes entering the register and the road of heroes when the BBI comes, because that is the redemption strategy which we have kept on talking about here, which is about healing the nation, healing the people of Kenya, reconciling people. Miriam, those are my heroes. If you do something which takes humanity into another level, that's what I consider human. You live above self.
We live above selves. Doctor, of course, as I mentioned there earlier, and we've seen President Uhuru Kenyatta being very, I think, intentional in making sure that this holiday that was, traditionally celebrated here in the capital city in Nairobi is being also celebrated in other counties here across the country. What is the significance of this move by President Uhuru Kenyatta? And today, of course, he'll be leading the country in these celebrations at the Gusii Stadium there in Kisii.
First of all, is it Karanja or me?
It's you, Doctor.
As we cross over, as we see, we wait for the president, the deputy president, and other guests to arrive. We remember one thing. On this journey to become a hero, one becomes immune. You have got to become immune of criticism. You listen to them, but don't answer all. I believe, Miriam, you have seen my character. Every week I receive 20,000 insults. They could actually, if they were things that can tame my weight, my cut off my weight, I would have actually been very happy. But the insults come to a person who has got fruits. If I didn't have fruits, you can't pick me. You pick on me because I have ticked on you. I've ticked on your heart a mark. Unasema huyu mjamaa kumbe mbaya sana. Criticism is part of a hero's package. Very many people criticize the late President Kenyatta for having chosen the safety of a nation first. When he came out of prison, people said, chase these white guys away. But Kenyatta said, if you chase them away, you'll need them tomorrow, and then they will come in big planes, more than what they are here. So I am just teaching history to, sorry, I've missed Miriam here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is something that struck so many nationalists. Nationalists like Jaramong, nationalists like Paul Ongei, nationalists like Pinto, but moderates like Tom Mboya. You notice that Tom Mboya was a moderate. Tom Mboya was a classic, a man who studied both the communist and the capitalist. So he took a very careful, well-organized approach. He started ferrying Obama's father across the bridge. But Tom Mboya was a very, some of you did not listen to his speeches. I was a very, very well grown up guy, mama, well grown up. Na ile uniform ya kaki, na biato yangu. Baba yangu alinunua biato ya bata. Mimi sitaki kuambia watu I didn't have shoes. Wewe atorere. I did not have shoes. I bought my shoes in the first thing. It's rubbish. Unaambia nani hiyo? Sasa sisi tufanye nini? Why did Jesus have no shoes from Capernaum? Alitembea kwa miguu kwa nini? Bado uliza donkey. Do you know how long it is from Haifa to Jerusalem? By plane is how many miles? How many hours? 3. Wewe niambia Therere, mtu alitembea na miguu kutoka Capernaum mpaka huko. He moved without shoes. And as we speak on the screen, you can see the traitor Maraga arriving with his so-called shirts that he has just brought from the holiday. He's arriving on the screen. Wonyari, don't look at me, your man, your neighbor from is just arriving. Let the production team rubbish. Some of these are not even worth. He's now waving to the crowd for what? He's waving the crowd. This is a stupid people. The stupid man who has brought chaos in this country. You know why I don't go to this? Yesterday I was given a card. I went to the office where they had sent a card. I'm sorry, I refused it. I refused it. that yeah, I told him, my boss, I don't need to go to this, to eat rice. Then the rice, unaona watu wengine, my rice can come out of the stomach. When I see Maraga passing, I can vomit. Honestly, I refuse the card. It is diocese number 1. The second to the diocese. Just in the diocese itself, where the boss was going to. I don't, what for? Unakaa na hao watu wanakukula usiku. So for us, some of us don't appear on those functions. Me, I stopped going to such functions when it was in Nyeri. Yeah, that's it.
All right.
The type of people who come there, the type of people who even occupy the seats in the dais, you have never seen them anywhere. This is a hero's day. But you find people have carried their concubines. They are already seated on the table. They have occupied where you yourself, you have your card. And you come with the card showing table number 10. Lakini table number 10, iko na mtu amekaa. Mama anapiga slay queen ya street hapa tutaonana. Haki ya Mungu. Nilisema mimi kurudi. Mzee President, even when you see me, I will never. Have you seen me there again? No. Now you see here, the Chief Justice is coming alone, being welcomed. He's going to say he was not welcomed. It's good the cameras have just shown. He's arriving. Outside the stadium, there are quite a number of people. Inside the stadium, there are quite a number of people. And we can see the Minister of Interior, Minister of Transport, and the Minister of Education, all of them huge men coming in the stadium. Huge men. The Minister of Interior, and I think someone is going to see the Minister of Interior and get scared. I can see Major General. I can see Major General Badi has just gone up. There is the man who threatens Mr. X. Kama namuona namna hivi akitakuja na kimbia. Yawa wanapanda. They are going to the dais. That's where my card was. I said, Mama, told my friend, they got it for me. It is printed in Dr. David Matsanga name. I said, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. But I'm single here in Kenya. I had not informed Miriam, who would have gone together. As the partners who sit parallel. You know, you reach there and say, Mr. The photograph should not touch you. Because it can cause quite a lot of difficulties. So the truth is this. A nation needs to rebuild itself from this whole hubris. You know, the hubris we have right now, the non-wearing of masks, the calling people to come. Poor people, they're paying 1,000 shillings, 500 shillings. Tell them to wear masks. I'm very happy that everybody you see here in Kisii has a mask. But when Deputy President Ruto is going to address people, especially those in Mount Kenya, he doesn't wear masks. Has he got a plan to kill them or something? He doesn't wear masks. You go to Meru and you are addressing people, they are crowding on your car near you. You are not wearing masks. How will the Minister of Health convince these guys that you wear masks? when the deputy president of a country is not wearing masks?
Right, Karanja, are you still there?
Karanja.
Karanja, good morning. All right.
Good morning, Miriam.
Yes, so you're just trying to...
We have
yes.
already greeted you. You know you are following the show with us, Mr. Karanja.
Yes, I'm following.
Yes,
you have
Karanja.
disappeared. I wanted to introduce something different, Miriam.
But we say...
Yeah, go ahead, Karanja.
A good man is not greeted once.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to know before our doctor comes in the significance of having this important national celebration across the country as President Uhuru Kenyatta has been doing for the past couple of years now. What is the significance?
Yeah, thank you very much. And I can say there is a lot of significance when it comes to those areas, and mostly the economic impact of it. And I saw it when it came to Nyeri. Those people are busy and all the hotels were packed. Visitors came from outside country and you could see the interaction. And there is also a feeling like we are part and parcel of this country. We are part of this government, because when they come near you, you start enjoying the services that are given there in Jamhuri, in Uhuru Park, that we see in Jamhuri Days and Mashujaa Day, coming to our counties, and people start feeling like they are part and parcel of this country. When they see these aeroplanes, they see the KDFs marching there, doing all those things, the kind of entertainment that is there in Nairobi, coming near the people in Mashinani, then people feel as if they are included, and they're included in government. And that is the way to go. When people feel and they start enjoying being part of this country, then it's a good move, because that is how we grow the spirit of patriotism, because people start loving their country even better.
Mm-hmm. And does it play into the inclusivity that we've seen the BBI they are wanting to address? Does it make other parts of the country also feel we are also part of the bigger picture that is Kenya? Because now we see such very important events of the national interest even being brought to where we are. So that means, that does it contribute towards a united and a more cohesive Kenya, in your opinion?
Yes, it does, because when those things come near us and the people start feeling like what is happening in Kisii today, Kenyans now are diverting their attention to Kisii, and there will be kind of cultural activities and traditions from the Kisii people. Now the people from other regions will start loving and seeing the cultural heritage of Kisii. When it was in Nyeri, people do that Kikuyu things there, and some people were excited, and even some visitors out of their schedule, they look for time to come back to Nyeri or go back to Kisii or in Kakamega when it was Kakamega to see this kind of activity, and that's how the interaction comes in, and that is how people start feeling included, and that is how we grow the spirit of inclusivity, and that is where even some people get their partners, and they bring those intermarriages and so on. Therefore, it's a very, very important thing.
Thank you so much. I had not even looked at it from that perspective. Thank you so much for bringing in that perspective. Doctor,
what did he say? I missed a point, a clear point from Nanyuki.
Today when we're watching the events coming from Kisii, we'll see the traditional dances there from Kisii, and will be opened up to other things that are also available in Kisii that we didn't know about. So that also would cause other Kenyans to want to go and visit Kisii and learn about the culture and the food and perhaps the business opportunities and all that Kisii has to offer. So such events being taken to such places, I think, is very important. It opens one part of the country to the rest, which I think is very important and key.
Yeah, it is 100% correct. And as before, Mr. Okama, Professor Akama comes in, Onyari, it is true. You must open the hinterland. There are so many good things in Kisii, including other products which are unseen. Unseen products, and since it is 2 against 2 who don't want to hear those unseen products, Let's leave it there. But there are so many unseen products which improve tourism. Look at the people, how much money was made there?
Yes.
How much money? Some hotels, the beds had never felt some warmth.
Yeah, especially due to COVID-19. So you're right.
I am happy Miriam is agreeing. Yeah, there was plenty of warmth.
COVID-19 made people not to visit.
No. This is now the arrival.
For our viewers, the soft stone
see
are
the
only
arrival.
in Kisii.
We
Yes.
can see the
Everyone
arrival
in the world.
of the president.
The
of
soft
the
stone.
Republic. Miriam, the arrival of His Excellency Dr. William Ruto in a new Lexus, bulletproof Lexus. There he is. He comes out. And he came, I told you they were coming with Madame. They were coming with Madame. Madame is dressed in a blue, very nice color. His Excellency, the Deputy President, has just arrived at the stadium. And it means any time now, His Excellency, the President, will be arriving in the stadium. As usual, there have always been chairs, but there are no chairs. So His Excellency, the Deputy President, has just arrived, and it means the President is somewhere outside.
Anytime from now, President Uhuru Kenyatta will be joining. Professor was saying something about soap stones that we know are used to make some very important, tourist attraction products there. People don't know it's only found in Kisii County.
That is the soft stone, Miriam, which you can carve. Even there is one when you go to United Nations, the soft stone there which is carved there comes from Kisii, Miriam. And the other thing, the best sugarcane you can ever chew in the world, they come from Kisii.
In the world.
This one you see
Better
that being
than
sold
Brazil.
around. So Miriam, it is good for people to go and see those kind of things for themselves. And that's great, Miriam. That's great, Miriam. And there are some people in this country, Miriam, Turkana, who normally say when they come to Nairobi, or when you come from Nairobi, wanakuuliza umetoka Kenya. So they also have the opportunity also to see that they are part of Kenya. And indeed, you talked about inclusivity. This is inclusivity in reality. They see themselves that they are part of this country, so that we move together.
And you've mentioned Turkana. I hope perhaps next time, the next national celebrations should go to that part of the country. We also want to know what's good there in Turkana. So I think it's a good thing, really. And also I think it goes to promote national unity and cohesion, as we've all mentioned there before, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you very much. It is, Miriam, a very fantastic day. I don't know, the question you asked was?
And we're just looking at what's happening here and how such events we can, because we remember during the days of President Moi, such days are of quite significance, and we knew, the patriotic song started playing 10 days before the day arrived, and so we were very patriotic, I think, during those days. So such days should be used now to inspire, Kenyans to do better and to be patriotic even to their own country. And through patriotism, we can see even even the fight. We can make even the fight against terrorism quite easy in the country, because a lot of times it's some elements here in the country that even work in cahoots with these such groups as Al-Shabaab and all that. So if we can instill and rejuvenate the spirit of patriotism within us, then I think that will be a good thing. And such events and such national days could go a long way in fostering the spirit of being proud to be Kenyan, being patriotic to our country, and the importance of understanding that our contribution towards our country's development is very important and is needed.
Do we have patriotism anymore?
I am patriotic. I don't know about
There are very
most.
few people who still are patriotic.
I am patriotic. I love my country
Most of
very
the
much.
people are not patriotic. Most of them have lost patriotism. 3/4 of them are just a wash-washing. And I would prefer, can you send this photo, please? The studio, take this photo of us quickly, Sam, on the screen as we are, all of us. Professor, you usually do it. Someone is asking where we are. I don't know whether we really have good people who want us or who hate us. So we have
And we're seeing a similar celebrations also there being replicated in Mombasa. Of course, every county is meant to be having this celebration led by the governors there. And we're seeing one there on the side of the screen there from Mombasa County, and I'm sure other counties too.
yeah, thank you very much. We can see preparations for the arrival of the president to inspect the guard of honor. But I want to tell us we have 20 minutes. Yes, there is the arrival of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency, President, and the First Lady, Mama Kenyatta, is arriving at the function. It means the president, any minute now, the president is outside in a preparation in the van. This is the Heroes' Day in Kenya. Is the day when the invited guests who had been given this is the day when our heroes stood up and fought for the freedom of this country. There arrives preparation for the President of the Republic of Kenya. Those watching across Africa, it is a matter of minutes. I was looking for that picture. Right. I thought Sam has sent us the clean picture of all of us.
The president is just arriving there at the Gusii Stadium. So perhaps we could just turn our attention to that event.
Let's now turn our attention to the arrival of the president. President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is at the stadium. dressed in a suit, ready to inspect the guard of honor, mounted by men, women of the Kenyan Armed Forces, police, prisons, Air Force, Marines. This is a great day for the people of Kenya. And behind, you can see for yourselves. I hope you have brought it on our screen. Are we on our screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Is my voice being heard? Miriam?
Yes.
Production.
Yes.
As we talk, we have to explain to some people from Nigeria who don't know what is going on here. Is the voice?
It is okay.
You have also to come in when I get tired, like that. Yeah, those are pictures of President Uhuru Kenyatta. I don't want to waste my breath when I'm alone if the voice is not going out. Production, is it?
It is. It is okay.
Yes, thank you very much. The pictures of President Uhuru Kenyatta waving to the crowd as in the motorcade, an armored motorcade, armored car passing through. Usually there would be hundreds and hundreds of thousands, but because of COVID-19, we cannot have many of these people in this ground today. COVID-19, but there are many people who have turned up in the stadium. President Uhuru Kenyatta with his motorcade passing through and waving to people who have all masks. I wish all of us had masks, wearing them like that. If you don't have a mask, improvise it. Thank you very much. COVID-19 is real. It's okay. COVID-19 is real. At times, you must protect yourself. Don't wait for protection to come from God. So the significance of this show, of this day, is we are celebrating, like those in Zimbabwe, the Heroes Day is a holiday, powerful with lots of activities. One of the things that I want to bring on this day, Mashujaa Day, is why is it that people have not put a hero's acre, hero's burial? We seem to be burying our people anyhow. I want to say this, Onyari, write this down, and Miriam, and they will soon pick it as Matsanga's. Why can't Kenya create a hero's acre where we can remember all our heroes? We are not going to transfer the graves, but everybody who has participated in the struggle for freedom of this country. The Wangari Maathai, we ended up burning her in Karioko. And that's the end. I'm always a very different man in the brain. I think Onyari will agree with me. There's something always that is, I always think differently about some people. Yes, maybe God created me that way. We are not looking at that. It's cost effective, cost, less costs. We can as well celebrate that day. If you don't want to spend much money, that day can be celebrated in that Heroes Acre. Very nice seating capacity, enough space for burying people who took part. Look at countries like Zimbabwe. They have a Heroes Day. Let's listen to the national anthem as it plays. Then we can the national anthem has been played, and the president is going to inspect a guard of honor mounted by men. Is that doing very well, Miriam? From my end, yes. I'm now also giving you instead of you giving me. The president is going to inspect the guard of honor mounted by men, women of the armed forces of Kenya. As you see down there, that's General Kibochi, together with President Uhuru Kenyatta, going to inspect the guard of honor mounted by men, women of the Kenyan Armed Forces, Defense Forces, Marines, Air Force, Marines, Air Force, and other dignitaries. Viewers, as the ceremony starts, we shall be doing some other programs. We have been looking for this man since morning. I don't know if he's sick, should always tell us in advance, because we don't feel very uncomfortable. But we can't blame you. It was a well-known day that today was a public holiday. You took an opportunity of dancing in Jerusalem.
No, Doc, I don't.
So thank you very much. The President, His Excellency, is inspecting the guard of honor mounted by men, women of the Kenyan Armed Forces. Viewers, our viewers across the world, thank you very much for seeing us. And for keeping in touch.
All right. Very well. Thank you so much there. So let's just go straight and watch the live proceedings there from the Gusii Stadium, where President Uhuru Kenyatta is leading the country in marking the Heroes Day here, that is marked every 20th of October in Kenya.
kama cha ndo sinu ga kinaende setragocha.
Bendera ya kikosi sharti kuweza kuwepo mbele kabisa ya gwaride kama vile unavyoshuhudia pale kala officer na parade awasiaga. Tampisha mwenzangu Corporal Benson Lusango Mbaya aweze kuendelea kwa kabisa. Nimesikia pia duties by the electric match. Wanajeshi hawa baada ya kuandaa gwaride la kufana siku ya leo wanapata kuondoka uwanjani kuweza kujiunga na wenzao kuzidi kudumisha ulinzi wa taifa letu la Kenya, wakiwa wameandaa gwaride safi kabisa siku ya leo kuhakikisha kwamba mipaka yetu iko salama masaa 24, anga letu liko salama masaa 24, na fuo zetu ziko salama masaa 24. Mheshimiwa Rais Mkuu wa gwaride hii Luteni Kanali Evans Otuma anayebeba bendera ya fahari ya kikosi cha Maui Air Base, Luteni Sharo Ngeiwa. Kikundi cha pili, jeshi la wanahewa wakiwa katika mavazi yao rasmi ya sherehe. Mheshimiwa Rais, kikundi cha tatu, kikosi cha tatu, jeshi letu la nchi kavu wakiwa katika mavazi yao rasmi ya sherehe. Kikundi cha nane cha mwisho, jeshi la wanamaji wakiwa katika mavazi yao rasmi ya sherehe. Mwisho kabisa para adjutant Kapteni Peter Okiana. Muziki umekuwa kwa ramasha na bengi ya majeshi ya ulinzi ya Kenya chini ya mkurugenzi mkuu Luteni Kanali Martin Mboka Makadia, akisaidiana Kapteni Peter Kumeo, mkurugenzi wa muziki jeshi la wanahewa, na Kapteni Joseph Muturi, mkurugenzi wa muziki jeshi la wanamaji. Nitampisha hivi sasa mwenzangu afisa mteuzi daraja la kwanza Ibson Mandawiro aweze kutuletea tamasha za ndege zetu za kijeshi kwa pamoja. Kwako Mandawiro. Asante sana mwenzangu. Mheshimiwa Rais, kikundi cha kwanza, kikundi cha ndege aina ya ndege hizi kama tunasema siku zote hutumika kuweza kuwapa mafunzo rangi nyeupe, ishara kwamba mpaka hivi sasa anga letu liko salama masaa 24, kwani kama vile jeshi letu la wanahewa wanavyosema tuko imara angani, ya kwamba hakuna adui yoyote atakayeweza kuivamia basi chetu kupitia anga letu. Kikundi cha pili, ndege zetu za kivita, ndege aina F5 zilizo na uwezo kuruka kwa kasi sana na kubeba makombora mbalimbali, hususan kupata kuendelea